This is the outsider. The girl in pink motioned to me. I'll look into this, Nicholas said, and even his voice was monotone. Another moment of staring at me blankly, then he turned and walked away. He still held Elva, so I followed him. He led me to an adjoining room, separated by a door. Nicholas carried Elva into the room. I went inside after them. A servant stepped forward and closed the door behind us, leaving Nicholas, Elva, and I alone in a small sitting room. My stomach churned. I thought I might be sick. I had never imagined I'd meet Nicholas again, and especially not like this. Elva, who seemed at ease against his chest. She must have cried herself to sleep, eyes closed and drooling. She seemed at peace. I stepped forward toward Nicholas, and at once, his perfect facade cracked. He frowned. His golden eyes filled with rage. Though his hand stayed gentle on Elva, his arm looped more protectively around her. "How dare you hide my child from me?" he demanded. All of my thoughts skidded to a stop. I blinked once, twice, but no, I couldn't make sense of what he said. Eloquently, I said, "Huh?" I glanced at Elva, softly sleeping in his arms. She was 3 years old. That lined up with our breakup 3 years ago. But his face retained its anger, but the certainty that fueled it seemed to slide into bewilderment. His gaze shifted, like he was trying to remember too. "You're mistaken," I said, hoping to give him some ease. "Elva. That's her name. But she's not yours." His eyes widened a moment, before the anger returned tenfold. "You." Whatever he wanted to say, he seemed to struggle to get it out. He swallowed it down. He glanced between me and Elva. "She looks like you." My silence seemed to answer some unspoken question for him, and he started to growl. I straightened, startled. What could cause that reaction? Elva stirred his arms, and he immediately cut off the deep rumbling sound. Slowly, gently, he lowered Elva down onto one of the plush couches in the room. "Don't be mad at mommy," came Elva's quiet voice. My heart cracked. Nicholas lightly shushed her as he moved a pillow under her resting head. "Rest now. Your mom and I are just going to talk." "No loud talking," Elva said, eyelids drooping low. "Okay," Nicholas said, so soft. "Promise?" "I promise." We both waited until Elva's breathing steadied out. When she was fast asleep, Nicholas straightened. He motioned me toward another door, this one to a bathroom. I lifted a brow at him. He motioned toward Elva, asleep. He obviously didn't want to wake her with whatever he was about to say. I didn't want to wake her either. I went to the vanity before turning to face him as he closed the door 3/4 of the way behind him. Enough we could hear Elva if she called. True to his promise to Elva, he didn't raise his voice. Instead it was strained and low, dangerous. "Piper." It was the first time I had heard him say my name in 3 years. I shuddered unintentionally. If he'd been anyone other than the man I'd loved all those years ago, I would have run for the hills. But he was that man. And he was angry. His body was nearly trembling in rage. I waited for the accusation I guessed would come. Yet even when I heard it, it still hurt like a physical blow. "How long after our breakup did you wait, before you let some other man get you pregnant? How long did you wait, Piper? A week? 2? It couldn't have been long." His dark eyes burned into me, leaving my heart in scorched tatters. Never in 1,000 years would I have thought Nicholas would be so vicious to me. "It wasn't like that," I said, to try to defend myself. He crossed his hands over his chest. He wasn't going to listen to me. "Why even come here?" he asked me. My application was selected. Why even apply? "Were you trying to get to me?" "No," I said. "Maybe you regret your child's father. Maybe you want me back." He laughed once, bitterly. "Like you have a chance." The word sliced into me as surely as if he'd been holding a knife. He had changed since I'd known him. 3 years ago, he'd been kind and patient. I'd given him my heart and he'd gently cradled it. So many nights, we'd laid under the stars, trading kisses and stories. Once, when he'd spent all night looking at me, I had told him, "You're missing the starlight." He'd replied, "I can see it in your eyes." The man before me now was nothing like the one I had known. The man here was arrogant, indifferent, and imposing in how he carried himself. Well, I wasn't that young, innocent girl anymore. "Believe whatever you want," I said, adding some bite to my own voice. The hurt made it easier. "Being here is a mistake. And I intend to correct it." "Good," Nicholas said, so coldly that a chill ran along my spine. "You are the only woman who ever dared to break up with me, Piper. I'll never allow the same mistake to happen again."